Laughter is the shortest distance between two people.
That's right. So said the Danish comedian, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, for many of us, though, it's easy to lose sight of some of the simple joys of life. And as we celebrate International Happiness Day today, our happy girl, Shahida Othman, is going to find out what makes happiness so talked about and often so elusive.
You see it everywhere. Magazines, books, and online articles. They all carry the same message: how to be happy. But what does this really mean? And can we really measure happiness?
I think happiness is what in sociology we will call a social construct, right? It is a term that everybody recognizes, but we interpret it in our own private ways. This is not to say that it's a fluffy subject and we should not deal with it, in a serious manner. It's important for us to ground it. So, from whose perspective, and with the appreciation that for a term like this, it may mean different things to different groups of people.
Perhaps the best person to shed a light on this is one who deals with it on a daily basis. Meet Yvonne Looi. She's a geologist certified in the science of happiness. Her aim? To create a nation of joy in Singapore and the rest of the world.
We sometimes may grow up thinking that happiness is like a luxury, that it's only for the people who are maybe retired or who have a lot of abundance of resources and time to then pursue their happiness. I feel happiness is a basic necessity and that we all should invest our time in it. And as the society progresses, we are more conscious about what we eat, whether we have healthy diet, healthy lifestyle, work out, we go to the gym, but we don't really spend enough time on what's happening out there.
To some, stability is key to their happiness, be it in family and social relations or job security. But for Yvonne, it's really the little everyday moments that tick. The sprightly character jumped onto the happiness bandwagon some 4 years ago when she was completing her PhD in biological science. She had traveled to India to meet the brainchild of laughter yoga himself, Dr. Madan Kataria. What started out as something fun became a movement she wanted to share with the world. Her clients range from the most serious CEOs in Singapore's central business districts to friends at the park. But what's a typical day like for her?
I open my eyes and then I'll say, "Good morning, world," and then I'll go about my daily chores.
And a typical day for me would be, there are a lot of planning and programming. So I will schedule my program and I'll think about what are exercises and how to arrange for the different target groups for my sessions.
Every evening, Yvonne conducts a Skype session for anyone around the world. The idea is to laugh together up to 20 minutes every night before hitting the sack. Now, laughter therapy is a unique form of exercise routine that combines yogic breathing exercises as well as laughter, of course. Now, it's best conducted in groups like this with plenty of eye contact and childlike behavior. And if done properly, you could actually work up a sweat and break into a contagious, real laughter.
It's really good for your heart. It's a great cardio exercise and it pumps the blood around, and so it's really beneficial for your organs, your skin, your entire body physically, and it boosts your immune system. So once you laugh, you feel better, you feel stronger physically, and if you are not feeling so well, your immune system bounces back readily. In terms of the mind as well, it makes you become more creative, more open, more positive with the outlook in life, and positive people actually have a longer quality and longer lifespan.
The workplace is where many of us spend at least a third of our lives, and many associate happiness with success at work. In a recent survey by work portal JobsDB, employees from Singapore, Malaysia, and Vietnam were ranked the unhappiest. Those from the Philippines were ranked the happiest, while Indonesia and Thailand took the second and third places respectively. The three key factors cited high on the happiness quotient were convenient work location, having good colleagues, and company reputation. Here at Bosch Singapore, a lot of focus is put on its people development. The engineering and technology company has over 900 employees from about 40 nations. It was recently awarded one of the best companies to work for in the region by HR Asia.
Now, attrition rate is one that we have dramatically bring down the results. From 2015 to 2016, we came from 8.5% to a 7.6%, and that is also a 3.6% lower than the industry of 11.2%. So I think a lot of measures has been put in place, especially learning and development. I think that is really a core point of all employees, where they don't really just want a job. They want a career, they want a development with Bosch. And I always sell to my candidates when they're here that you can change job, but you don't change company.
In a fast-changing environment, some experts say the term work-life balance may be a thing of the past. Instead, there's a new buzzword in town.
The only answer lies in flexibility at the workplace. We call it by different names, right? Depending on who you speak to. Work-life harmony. There's some argue that cannot have it harmonized, so don't use the word harmony. Work-life balance, and others will say, is it really possible to balance it? So that rhetoric goes on, but I think the key concern here is flexibility. Flexibility at the workplace, so that for those who need to step in, step out at different times of the day, at different times of their lives, they can do so with peace of mind, knowing that they will not lose their job or they will not lose out in terms of their career aspiration. We rely on paid work, not just for bread and butter concerns, but also work gives us an identity and intrinsic rewards that's beyond the paycheck.
Happiness may be hard to define, but its pursuit has sent some to the ends of the world. Wherever or however you find your little piece of paradise, a day has been recognized by the United Nations to remind us it doesn't hurt to smile and feel content. Happiness is, after all, not a luxury, but a basic human necessity.
So that look is priceless, that happy face.
Yeah.
And I know, and I hear from many of our viewers around the world, many of them, they tune into our program, and they tell us what they hear, what they see in our program, which makes them happy. And that's a nice thing to be able to share.
Certainly is.
With our viewers in the morning. So tell us what makes you happy.
Yeah, share your memory or an occasion that put a smile on your face. And tweet us at JulieUCNA, Kristen MCNA, and don't forget to include that hashtag first occasion.